What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Riggs Gaming, bringing you the CWL Invite War of the Week here in week 11, and what I would call the War of the Season, an incredible war. Wait till you guys see the stats, but before we get into that, we'll go ahead and take a look at each side of the map. And one thing, the total score, or the total number of stars available in this war, was 120. And as you guys see, Forbidden getting the victory, 116 to WHALES 114. So we only left up 4 stars, while WHALES went ahead and left up a total of 6. So I'll go ahead and show you guys exactly how that broke down. Another thing I'd like to say real quick before we jump into the action is a lot of people throughout the season have been talking about modding and modders and private servers and all these things. And an interesting thing about this war, again, we're about to get into the stats, is modding has been down for quite some time, in case you did not know that. And as far as private servers, that was the one way where Supercell really couldn't detect someone cheating using their own private server. So the server people were using, Supercell actually shut down. So kudos to them. And both clans, unlike some other invite clans where you could really see a plummet in their numbers, WHALES and Forbidden definitely keeping it fair play. And again, I will go ahead and throw the stats up on the screen for you guys. But yeah, I mean, haters are going to hate. We know there's been a lot of shit talking as of late. More specifically about Forbidden, the clan that I'm in and that I cover. And it's really unfortunate, but it was nice to see that Supercell, again, huge shout out to them, shut down a private server that people, were using to cheat on. But still, Forbidden putting up very, very solid numbers. I want to give a huge shout out to WHALES. I do know quite a few of the guys over there. But here comes the stats on the screen for you guys. 4B, Fear 4B putting up 2 11v11 3 stars, 12 10v10 3 stars, and a few of those were done fresh. And Forbidden also hitting at 79% hit rate at Town Hall 9, and of course going perfect on Dip, 7 for 7. And again, huge shout out to WHALES. I know quite a few of the guys over there. It's always been a clan that I've kind of looked up to, and mad respect to them. But here's their stats. They did not have an 11v11 3-star this war. They put up 10 10v10s, very, very impressive. And they also hit exactly as Forbidden, going 15 for 19, which translates into 79% hit rate at Town Hall 9, and they go 9 for 9 on their dips. But just want to go over the stats. Like I was saying, I've always been a big fan of WHALES. I know they've had some troubles in the past, and it seems like they have really cleaned up, with bringing in new leadership. And not to mention, Forbidden and WHALES are pretty much known for how difficult their bases are. So these are very, very impressive numbers, especially considering the defense that each of the, especially WHALES, they are notorious for having some of the most difficult bases. But just want to give them a big shout out. This was a very, very fun war. And it was pretty much neck and neck. You guys saw the stats. Other than a couple more 10v10s, and having, those 2 11v11 3 stars, versus WHALES not having any, was a very, very close war. Pretty much the entire war. Literally the 3-star totals were identical for the majority of this war. And again, big shout out to WHALES. Even bigger shout out to 4B as we watch we went ahead and watched one Town Hall 9 attack. As I was talking, now we'll go ahead and check out Alex's Skelly Donut. WHALES making the mistake, exposing a weakness in this one, considering there were no splash defenses surrounding that queen. So Alex taking advantage, and this was one of the fresh hits like I was talking about. But he got the queen and he got the CC. I believe, yeah, he also got a Tesla with that Skelly Donut. And now he doesn't have to worry about what's in the clan castle. We will never, ever know what was in that clan castle. He's going to go ahead and sui his heroes over here on the far right-hand side of the base at 3 o'clock, where he's picking up all kinds of air targeting defenses under ability. Queen goes ahead and takes out that wizard tower. So 2 out of the 4 wizard towers are already down before he even starts his Lalo. And one thing about the Skelly Donut, because you're investing so many spells trying to get the queen and the enemy clan castle. That obviously will not leave you as many spells for the Lalo. So Alex showing nice patience with these haste spells. He was able to bring a total of 5. Sometimes on this attack you'll see 3 haste and a rage, 3 haste and a heal spell. Like I said, on this one he went ahead and opted to bring in all 5 of the remaining spells to be haste, and it definitely paid off. Kind of gets close, but as you guys see, that expo on the back end, I'm not sure if that would have changed the rate. He still has quite a few loons left up, but yeah, that expo being on ground is only going to help, something, like a Lalo. But big shout out to Alex, getting the job done and getting it done fresh. So definitely had to bring you guys that one. One of my favorite attacks right now at Town Hall 10 being the Skelly Donut. All right, next up, this is also going to be a fresh hit coming from NC Lunatic, a.k.a. Chris. So go ahead and watch. A lot of Lalo. You guys will see quite a few of these replays they're all different in their own way. That was a Skelly Donut, which is obviously using Lalo, for the back end. And this one's just going to be a straight up Sui Hero Lalo. And again, this attack being fresh, not knowing what was in the CC, you can see he opted in to bring a poison spell. He obviously knows he cannot get to that queen, so he went ahead and brought a maxed skeleton spell, donated in the clan castle, and lo and behold, right here, you guys check out the defending CC being a Hound Loon. That could not have worked out any better, especially considering the fact he had to use that queen ability. He still had the poison, but that CC definitely would have given him trouble because that queen was getting hit in a hurry. But what he's going to do is stars Lalo down here at 6 o'clock, you guys, where he's going to go ahead and drop down a couple hounds. Down at the bottom, pre-drops a couple loons just so they can get a little deeper into the base before he goes ahead and drops the hound. And you can see he's got 3 haste spells all leading into the core where he drops down a raid spell. That's where he's going to go ahead and skelly that enemy queen. She just goes down right about now. And look at the... When I saw this replay, look at the split he gets from these loons, you guys. That is exactly how you want it. Even ending on a pair of wizard towers. He has plenty of spells. Heal spell, pretty much healing up all those loons to full health before they have to engage that wizard tower on the back end. And if you guys look down at the spell composition, he's going to be swagging a rage spell on this one. And again, the fact that this was done fresh, just a beautiful attack. I love the Sui. It only helped. It obviously did not hurt that an enemy hound and loon came out of the defending CC. Unfortunately, the enemy hound ended up popping. Not sure if that was the minions that ended up taking it out, but wasn't a threat. His pups and minions were able to clean up those pups. Beautiful attack from Chris right there. So we've seen the Skelly Donut. We've seen the traditional Sui Hero Lalo. Now we're going to go ahead and check out an attack from Simpal, a.k.a. Mate. And this is going to be our first queen charge. You can see that king, he got targeted very, very early on. Mate was able to pop abilities so that king could take out a few more buildings. As once that single shot Inferno Tower locks onto the BK, he is toast in about, just a few seconds. So caught that, popped the ability. Another reason why I like this attack a lot is the fact that Mate went ahead and brought, 2 healers of his own and 2 maxed healers out of the clan castle. Definitely something we used to see when healers first came out, the new level for Town Hall 11. So I just thought it was something unique and different. Obviously it is an epic queen charge, but just the fact that he brought those max CC healers, a nice touch to the attack. And you can see the single shot Inferno Tower ended up locking. This IT has really been a pain for his heroes, locking onto the king, locking onto the queen. He ends up popping ability and she runs out as it re-engages his queen. She ends up going down, but not without a fight. He was able to take out the enemy queen and take out a few other air targeting defenses, as well as an air defense down there. So still got decent value. Probably wanted that queen to stay up a little bit longer, but she ends up going down. So now it's going to be up to the flight portion to take out the rest of this base. You can see he started the initial Lalo down at 6 o'clock. He brings in some reinforcement loons over at 9 o'clock, hasting them in. Where he is going to go ahead and drop down another haste spell. He's saving a rage and a heal spell. If you guys look up at the top of the base, up at 12 o'clock, these loons are going to be ending not only on an air sweeper, but more importantly, 2 wizard towers. So again, showing nice patience on the spell drops, saving that heal spell to cover all the loons as they approach those 2 wizard towers, and of course the air sweeper. As they approach the inferno tower, it's on single shot, not a big deal, but they do get behind the sweeper, which definitely helped the attack. Even swagged a goblin. Shout out to Mate for swagging a goblin on that one. Now we'll go ahead and check out the... I'm going to tell you guys something. Mask is an absolute freaking monster, you guys. Ended up 6-packing this war, and not only that, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments, I believe he's 6-pack in the first hour, maybe the first 2 hours or so of war, but he was, he's been waiting to war Whales pretty much since week 1. He's been looking forward to this war. So huge shout out to him, and again, getting the 6-pack. So the waiting definitely paid off for Mask. So what he's going to be doing is queen charging the base up here at the top. He did go ahead and drop the king as the replay first started, take out all the trash from 12, and the king ended up going down at around 2 o'clock right before the town hall. He goes ahead and gets this wall pop with some wall breakers as he wants to charge and take out the enemy queen. On the queen charge, notice he does not have a skeleton spell to help take her out. Here goes another raid spell as he's going to be approaching both of those heroes very quickly. Gets the 2nd layer wall pop as those wall breakers were under rage, and he has one more wall breaker left in the camps. Queen kind of rounds this little compartment right here, takes out the air defense, and she gets a couple shots on the expo, ends up locking onto the queen, has to pop ability, but takes out enemy queen. That objective is complete, and also gets the expo before she goes ahead and starts taking out the enemy BK. The archer, or her archers from the ability, were kind of helping his queen tank a little bit. But we do have the Lalo coming up from the top. Bunch of air traps up there. Took out a couple of his loons, but dropping down 2 haste spells for the initial loon deployment. Here goes the raid spell, covering a wizard tower, an expo, the inferno tower, and also that bomb tower, but not going to be a big deal on the flight portion. They pretty much one-shot the wizard tower. They were still under rage as they were approaching that expo, so they pretty much one-shotted that. He has one more haste spell left to deploy, and that will push all the loons into the last air targeting defenses coming from this archer tower. And this wizard tower will be ending right there. Those loons take out the 2nd and final inferno tower. Start the minion cleanup nice and early. Has a couple pups in there. They're going to take out the CC, ending on the town hall. Wrapping up that 3-star again. Huge shout out to Mass for getting a 10v10 6-pack this war. All right, guys, next up, Who Said Forbidden is all about Lalo. Check this out, guys. We got Cyan, aka ATL, bringing bitch. I mean, this is, just straight up bitch. The only thing different, as you guys know, Forbidden's attacks are pretty much, there's always going to be something unique and special about them. This is a straight up bitch. It's using 2 golems, not bringing giants, none of that funny business. Just bringing 2 golems to tank for these bowlers. He's going to have some really nice flanks over on the right and left hand side of the main push right here. I would say the reason why this attack is unique is the fact he only brought 1 jump spell. Pretty much banking on those bowlers to beat through this core. As you can see, once they beat through that wall right there in that clan castle compartment, that damn near leads all the troops into pretty much everything. Any of the threats can be accessed from that long compartment right there in the core. So again, good base identification coming from ATL right here. And you can see these flanks going very, very strong. Look how healthy these flanks are, you guys. Even say as he wanted to wait to drop one of those healers, as he didn't want that healer to go down to that air defense that was over there. So again, good patience on that. Goes ahead and ends up popping queen ability. The attack, like a lot of bitch attacks, as we see, or bowlers and witches, is the fact that it kind of, often does die out a little bit towards the end, but he still has that heal up that he hung on to tons of bowlers, tons of witches up. His queen does go down, but they clean up this base very, very nicely. And ATL showing that Forbidden has a little bit more than Lalo hanging onto that bitch card in his back pocket and using it on a base that definitely called for it. Huge shout to ATL. All right, guys, wait till you guys see this one. This one coming from Spartacus. You might know him as Omi. He is back and in full effect. And the reason why I like this attack is the fact that he's going to be using a kill squad. Doesn't have a max hound in the CC like we see a lot. Every once in a while you'll see max loons coming out of the CC. Definitely not meta though. But what he's doing is bringing a little kill squad, just dropping down, I believe one, yeah, he had one, maybe two giants, but he has max bowlers coming out of the clan castle. He's going to go ahead and drop a rage for them. He has king out in front, queen right behind that pack of bowlers. Here comes the enemy CC, goes ahead and drops down the max poison that he had waiting for them, as there was a witch and a baby dragon in there. And this kill squad is even going to make it into the core. He did have a wizard. They did help set this funnel, and queen ends up taking out that cannon. Still has her ability. I don't even know. He's taken out 28% of this base before he's even had to use ability. There it goes, and she's going to go ahead and take out that CC. Does she get the air defense or the air sweeper? No, she does not. Just falls short of that air sweeper. But look where his Lalo starting. He is going to be coming on the backside of that air sweeper. But I mean, just an incredible kill squad using the CC bowlers, the heroes, a giant or two, and a raid spell. Took out over 30% of this base and really set up the show nicely for the flight portion. Did use a raid spell on the initial flight portion. Here goes another rage. Look at, he brought 4 rages to this attack. I mean, just incredible how he ends up getting this done. You can see there's an air defense up there at 12 and 2 Teslas. Looks like he is going to be swagging a haste spell on this hit right here. He did bring a couple golems for cleanup. Also, he, of course, bringing minions. But again, just a unique attack. Forbidden always doing things a little bit differently, and bringing, I mean, a bowler. I mean, just a just a king queen bowler kill squad. Really loved the unique attack right there. Good job, man. All right, guys. Those were all the Town Hall 10 replays that I have for you. Now we're going to go ahead and check out the 2 and only 11v11 3-stars from this war. That's included on both sides. There's only 2 11v11s. So we're going to check out Secret Assassins first, as he's going to be doing a Sui Hero Lalo on this base. And it does, I mean, it's anti-2, but I mean, just how the base is laid out. I mean, still pretty much an anti 2.5? I don't even know what we're calling it these days. The base is a pain in the ass, put it that way. Again, like I said in the beginning of the video, WHALES is notorious for how good their base building is. They build very, very well. But we'll go ahead and watch how Secret Assassin breaks this base down. Obviously, he went ahead and did the Sui down there at the bottom. He was not banking on this Sui taking out the enemy queen. That's why he has that skeleton spell that he's going to be using to help take her out. And just dropping down a whole bunch of loot. I mean, you guys know how the flight portion goes. Having those hounds out in front, dropping down anywhere from 3 to 5 loons per each defense. There goes the Grand Warden. Notice he went ahead and brought the Grand Warden with the flight portion rather than the Sui or the mini kill squad. Raid spell pushing all those loons into the core. Drops down another haste spell. Still has one more haste and one more rage to drop. After he went ahead and dropped down the heal spell, pretty much in the core, as these loons were taking a lot of damage from that eagle artillery. And there goes a rage spell up there at the top. And if you guys check it out, that dragon in the enemy CC is still up. How the hell did this happen? This baby dragon doing work on these loons. It is going to be very, very close. And of course, was it? Let me see. The Grand Warden, no. The baby dragon is still up doing work. The Grand Warden, yes, the Grand Warden is still very useless. But we have the loons tanking that baby dragon as a minion is trying to come up and eventually took it out. So that baby dragon was doing work on the flight portion pretty much for the entire raid. But Secret Assassin getting it done. Like I said, you guys, these bases were not easy. WHALES definitely showing us their stuff on the defensive front. But we'll go ahead and check out the second and final 11v11 3-star of the war. This one coming from Ty, aka Black. And we'll see exactly how he's going to go ahead and break this base down. And if you guys look down the troop comp, again, something very, very unique that we're not... I don't want to say it's not part of the meta, but it's just not an attack that you see a lot at 11v11 using hogs. Queen, charge, hogs, as he goes ahead and pops the 12 o'clock compartment. He gets in there with those wall breakers that goes ahead and drops down a rage spell. And obviously he wants to charge and take out, of course, the enemy CC. He wants to get the king and, most importantly, the enemy, the defending queen. So we'll see if he can get it done. So poison spell obviously took out the enemy CC. And she's just going to be charging into this top compartment up here. And he still has the queen ability and the warn ability left up. So you know this charge is going to do some work. It does get close on time, which is often what happens on a queen charge hog attack, especially at 11v11. So queen locking onto this expo. You can see he already engaged both heroes, took both of them out. When the queen was being targeted by both those heroes, he went ahead and popped the Grand Warden ability. And here comes the hogs. You can see the queen is being targeted by that single shot Inferno Tower, but he does have the queen ability, but ends up missing it. That single shot Inferno Tower ends up taking out Black's queen, but he does still have 3 more heal spells left up after he dropped the one kind of to the left of the Eagle Artillery. Tons of hogs. He had 30 hogs that he brought to this attack. And you can see right here, King just taking out not only the trash, but some defenses over the wall. But most importantly, that King is tanking that cannon. He's tanking that Tesla. So getting good value out of him. Already used his ability, so it is going to be left up to the hogs. His Grand Warden is getting completely wrecked by that Inferno Tower and that cannon. But he does have one more heal spell that he drops to cover pretty much each last remaining defense. They're going to go ahead and clump up on the Archer Tower, on the cannon, and that's pretty much all the threats. You got an air defense and you got a mortar. Not going to do a whole lot. He, of course, on any hog attack, dropping down those wizards to help clean up, even bringing a couple minions to help with the cleanup process. Absolutely love the attack coming from Black on this one, getting that 3-star. Every single 3-star mattered this war, you guys, especially against a tough opponent like WHALES. And like any week it's been since week 1, 11 weeks have made it to where we are 10-1 on the season. So huge shout out to everybody in Forbidden, all the planning, all the base building, I mean, of course, all the testing. And I mean it when I say it, guys. When it's battle day, it's a 24-hour voice session around the clock, you guys. Forbidden definitely pouring everything in. It does not come easy. You guys see, you guys see the 3-stars. You don't see all the planning that goes in behind it. But anyway, I want to give a huge shout out to everybody in Forbidden. Love each and every one of you guys. And again, a huge shout out to everybody over in WHALES. Always a pleasure warning you guys. And best of luck. I believe you're facing, I don't even know who you're facing, but best of luck in the first round in the playoffs. Hopefully the viewers, the subscribers, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and you're continuing to enjoy the content on the channel. If you did, make sure you guys go ahead and leave the video a like. Subscribe to the channel if you are new here, and stay tuned to the channel for more Clash of Clans content coming your way. This has been Riggs with Riggs Gaming, and I'll see you in the very next video.